The mitochondria is the cell organelle that is most qualified to be your president. Since 1840, scientists have known that it's one of the most important organelles, not only for its own cell survival, but for all cell success. The mitochondria is an organelle that understands you. It evolved from prokaryotic cells before becoming an organelle of eukaryotic cells. Why just choose a prokaryotic or eukaryotic candidate when you can have one that understands all types of cells? The mitochondria converts biomolecules into ATP, the energy that all cells need to function and survive. You use ATP when you run, bike, sleep, assign complicated projects without giving students enough time to complete them, interact with other people, and in every part of your day.
Not only does the mitochondria handle the creation of ATP, it also works with phospholipid transfer and calcium signaling. Not to mention that the mitochondria is a free-roaming organelle, so we are capable of visiting your cell any day of the week for whatever you need, as long as it involves energy. Mitochondria also regulates the metabolism of your city. Why would you want to live in a junk-filled, congested place? With the mitochondria, you can be sure that a metabolic pathway is always available. From inside of the cell to the whole body, the mitochondria is imperative to survival and function.
But running the country is something no organelle should have to handle by itself, which is why, by mitochondria's side, chloroplasts will be helping to create a better nation. Chloroplasts work to transform sunlight into energy and provide it to all plants. They're also responsible for fatty acid synthesis, much of the amino acid synthesis, and the immune response in plants. Together, they'll be able to power this country and get it moving in the right direction. Now that you know all the good the mitochondria will do for you, you also need to know a little about our political opponents. If you decide to vote for the nucleus, then you'll be getting a control-driven dictator that will want to command the cell by deciding everything about you from your height to your hair color. The nucleus won't let you be who you want to be, but rather who it wants you to be. Do you need that kind of dictatorship in your life?
I didn't think so. And if total control isn't bad enough, look at what happens if you were to vote for the cell wall. If the cell wall wins the election, then everything in life becomes restrained and rigid. The only way you would be able to communicate would be through chemical signals, and who wants a life like that? Look at the Golgi apparatus. Where do you think all of your proteins have been going? Well, for years, the Golgi apparatus has been sending our hard-earned proteins to other cells, and it has been bringing proteins in after outsourcing protein production in other cells. Now, how fair is that? And just think about how life would be if lysosomes were in charge. Did you know that lysosomes break down most biomolecules? Lysosomes have been known and documented breaking down unborn children at the hands and feet. That is no way for a child to have to suffer before even being born. And with the proteins that the rough endoplasmic reticulum produce have been observed causing diabetes, inflammation, and mental disorders, including Alzheimer's disease and bipolar disorder. If you're okay with a leader that will give your children diabetes and make your parents forget who they are, fine.
And, worst of all, prokaryotes. These cells don't even care about their effects on other organisms. They just shamelessly do whatever it takes to make it to the top. They have even gone so far as to give poor, innocent koalas chlamydia. If they can do that to koalas, think what they'll do to your cell. Unlike our opponents, mitochondria and chloroplasts care about you and are doing their best to make sure that you have energy and that this country is moving in the right direction. When you vote, vote powerhouse. Mitochondria and chloroplasts approve this message.